Hey everybody, I am coming making this video message and I want to tell you to let it be organic. What I am referring to is when you have a relationship with someone and the relationship has not aged. Maybe you are friends with someone from work. Maybe you are friends with someone that you met out somewhere, or maybe you are just outright dating someone. You have to let whatever interaction and whatever connection or relationship you have with people, you have to allow it to be organic as far as them naturally and comfortably telling you what it is they want you to know about them. I find that a lot of people, they sometimes believe that it is an immediate exchange when you are getting to know someone. And when I say immediate exchange, I mean some people think that immediately you are supposed to throw everything about yourself on the table. They believe you're supposed to tell them everything about you, the good, the bad, the ugly, your deep rooted secrets, your background, your failures, your faults and flaws, what makes you tick, what makes you laugh, what makes you cry, what makes you angry. And in reality, things just don't go like this, because everyone that you come across has a situation. Everyone you come across has a story. Everyone you come across has a past. And sometimes when you see resistance, someone being hesitant to tell you certain things, someone becoming very irritated or uncomfortable with you asking them certain questions or a lot of questions early on in your connection, or you see them having a lot of reservations about connecting with you on a more intimate and emotional level within that friendship, or within you dating them, or it could just be a family member that you're trying to bond with and get to know on a deeper level. You've got to understand that that person probably has trust issues, or if they don't have trust issues with people overall, they may simply have a trust issue with you. This needs to be talked about because you all have to understand that sometimes a person can see something in us and it causes them that resistance. It causes them to be hesitant and pull back from telling certain things, because if someone looks at you, okay, you may not even know it, but sometimes a person can look at you and how you treat other people and what you do concerning other people, and that alone will make them not trust you. If they see that you are the type of person that tells everybody's business, or you are always passing judgments on people who is flawed, and people who make mistakes, or you look down on people, or you mock or laugh at people who have come out of very humiliating and embarrassing situations, or they may be able to see that you are a vindictive and spiteful person. You cannot be shocked if that person is hesitant with sharing things about themselves. Now, I am a big believer. Let me just put me in this for a real quick second. I am a big believer that you should not be connected to anybody that wants to know all of your business, but they don't share anything about themselves. This is not what I'm talking about, because when you are trying to get to know someone, or when you are cool with someone, or you label them as a friend, or even when you are in a relationship with them, you should be sharing things about yourself. That is how people get to know you. And when you intentionally hold back things about yourself just because you're trying to control that relationship or that person, that is now teetering. You are teetering on emotional abuse. So that is not what I'm referring to. I am just talking about how sometimes if you come across someone and you know that they are not an abusive person, they are not a manipulative person, they are not a vindictive or spiteful person, but they just don't feel comfortable sharing certain things with you, I want you all to keep an open mind and realize, you know what, he or she probably has tried to open up and share certain things about themselves in the past. And whoever it is that they told, whatever it is they told them, They laughed at them, they told their business, or they tried to shame them for what they told about their self or released about themselves. You all have to understand it. You have to be able to have discernment and look deeper into the people or the person that you are connected with. Don't always be quick to brush somebody off or cut somebody off or dismiss them because they are not moving and acting the way that you normally would act in a relationship. You have to know that it takes time for people to get comfortable with you. It takes time for people to get to the place where they feel they are safe enough to tell you certain things about themselves. And sometimes it could be very light things. It doesn't have to be anything big or major. It could be very minimum, general things. Even in that, some people still are careful with what they release to you. I'll give you guys an example, and this is something that really happened. An old co-worker of mine was they contacted me a few days ago, and they kept asking very personal questions about my family. They kept asking why, and I talked to you all about it on my community post, but they kept asking me, why do I never get with my children and family and do something for the holidays? Now, I told this old coworker before, probably a couple of years ago, that my people are not really big on the holiday thing. Some of them are, but I know I raised my children to not celebrate holidays. Now, what other people do, if they go over, their grandmother's house while my mother was alive, or they went over my ex-husband's mother's house and they want to decorate, or other family members want to cook for Thanksgiving and Easter and Christmas or Christmas Eve, that has nothing to do with me. People have the right to do what they want in their house. I don't have anything to say about that. But me, I have never put up decorations. I have never in my life put up Christmas lights, put up Christmas trees with candy canes and bringing out fake grass and bunny rabbits and Easter baskets. I don't do that. And so I was telling this coworker, well, we're not into that. I don't do anything, as far as that goes. It's a normal, regular day to me. And she continued and kept prying into what was the bigger picture behind me not doing it. Now, out of respect for her, because she is Catholic, I did not want to start going deep into holidays and what the Word of God says about it and paganism and all of that, because sometimes people, they don't understand this stuff. When you start digging deeper into theology and philosophy and you giving people scriptures and the Word of God, they don't understand it, especially when it comes to somebody that is kind of like a different religion. I mean, the Catholic people, they do things totally different a lot of times than Christian people do. And so I was just letting her know, well, my people, we don't do that. We don't get involved into that. It is just a normal, regular day. And she wouldn't leave it alone. She kept asking me why. And so I had told her, listen, a lot of people in my family are deceased. Both of my parents are deceased. A lot of my aunts are deceased. I literally have one aunt that is living on my mother's side, and it's been a lot of tragedy in my family. And so if you want to look at it like people are not in the spirit of holidays, that is mainly the reason why with other family members. But with me, it's just a regular day. I don't get involved and excited about the hype behind it. But I really didn't want to even share with her about my family dynamic, because even though she is cool and I do kind of consider her a friend, I still don't know every single thing about her, and I am not ready to let her know every single thing about me, because there are certain things that I see within her that makes me have reservations in sharing deeper things with her or giving her certain information. She is a beautiful person. She really is. She is a beautiful person. I don't feel uncomfortable around her in that sense, but I know sometimes this woman has the tendency, and the propensity to be a chatty patty, and sometimes she talks out of turn. She is a little bit sassy at the mouth, and so I am very careful what I share with her. But it has nothing to do with me trying to hide anything. It has nothing to do with me being afraid or ashamed or anything of that nature. And so that is what led me to put this video message out, because sometimes when people see that you are carrying yourself a certain way and that you are refusing to do certain things, they go off the deep end believing that it's more to you than it really is. They go off the deep end thinking that the situation that they are experiencing with you, their whole experience with you, they will make an assumption that it's something deeper going on with you when it's really surface. It's nothing deeper. It's just that either you're sensing something in that person, or you have not felt comfortable enough. You have not grown in your trust 100%, or I'll even say 80%, with that person to where you feel comfortable or even led to share certain things with them. And I really personally also, this is just my personal opinion, I'm going to include myself in this again just for a quick second. I don't think that if somebody is in your life and you are not seeing them on a regular basis, or you are not around them often and you all don't talk often, I am not a believer in you sharing a lot of deep-rooted things or deeper things about what you have going on in your life with them. You can look at somebody as a very close acquaintance or associate, but not necessarily a friend. And so I just want to let you all know, whether you are the type that is reserved as far as sharing certain things about yourself, or you are now dealing with someone who has reservations towards you, or they are hesitant towards you as far as sharing certain things with you, don't always think that it's negative, and don't be quick to get offended by it. People have things that have gone on in their life. I have also had things go on in my life where it was moments where, you know, I tried to be vulnerable, and I know plenty of other people that have tried to be vulnerable with people that they thought that they can trust. Some are family, and they thought that they could trust them. They shared certain things with them. They showed their vulnerability, or they told them something that was supposed to be kept between them and that other person. And before you knew it, everybody else knew their business, and it uncovered that person and left that person open for attack. Please also understand that when people are hesitant with you, they are also like that because in the past, if they have showed their vulnerability, or they have told something very personal about themselves to someone, and they fumbled it and misused it, and they went gossiping and telling a bunch of other people what was going on, that left that person open to be attacked. Whether that person went and told people, and those people went and posted about it publicly, or those people went and told a bunch of their loved ones or their spouse or their other friends, and just a big mess. It ballooned into a big mess of all of these other people who are not your friends. They are not your family members. They are not connected to you. You may not even really care for them, but they know a bunch of stuff about you. They know a bunch of stuff about your situation. They know a bunch of stuff about your personal life. They know a bunch of stuff about your children, or if you're married, or what you have going on. Please understand, it is a reason for that. Let your connections with people be organic, meaning you don't reach out and try to force someone to tell you everything about themselves. Let people grow in their trust with you. Let people naturally, without you putting pressure on them to tell you everything about themselves or tell you certain things, let it happen naturally. You be cool. When you're cool and you're calm and you're confident and collect, and you are just allowing that relationship to flow, you will be surprised or even shocked at how someone, when you show yourself trustworthy, when you show yourself honorable, you will be shocked at how naturally people will start to share things with you. But don't ever play a game with anybody, because there are also some people out here, they play a game and it's tit for tat. It's kind of like they have this mindset, okay, I told you this, and this about me, so now you should tell me this, and that about you. It's a fair exchange. I tell you a secret, you tell me a secret. I tell you about my family, you tell me about yours. I tell you what my biggest fear is, you tell me about yours. I tell you about my past, you tell me about yours. People will play that game and they feel like if it's not even in what they told you up against what you're telling them, then they'll feel like you're fake, you're not a real friend, and then they walk away hurt and offended. And so overall, I'm telling you all, let your connections with people be organic. And then if you are connected to somebody and you see that they are hesitant with telling you certain things, or you see that they are uncomfortable, pray for them. You are supposed to go to God and tell God, you know what, I really care about this person. I consider this person a friend, but they are very closed and kind of emotionally unavailable. Is it something more that I can do, Father? Or how should I navigate through this friendship? Because I feel unseen, I feel left out, I feel that this person is being secretive with me. You have got to pray about your connections and your interactions with people. And then if you are looking at someone that you are connected to and you do have those reservations, tell them. If it keeps coming up where they are confronting you about not telling them certain things about yourself, or they are getting frustrated because they seem to not know a lot about you, if you have reservations towards them or you really don't trust them, I'm here to tell you in this video message, be honest with people. Say it in love, but let people know, you know what, I don't really trust you like that. I don't really know if I can trust you like that. I don't know you well enough to know your character. Your character has not been tested. I don't know your temperament. I don't know if you're the type of person that if I share something with you and we fall out 6 months from now, or a couple of weeks from now, or a year from now, if everything I've shared with you, you will go and release it to a bunch of other people. Be upfront with people. Let the person know, you know, I did used to share everything with my friends. I used to be an open book. I would share things with them. I would share things about my family. If I was struggling with something or needed help, I would tell my people all of that. But when my business started getting told to people I was not personal friends with, and people were questioning me about things that they should not know about me, now I am reserved, and now I am kind of hesitant with opening up. That right there alone will show someone who you are. When you are upfront with people and you tell them why you are operating the way that you are, that would then open up a door for conversation, that will open up a door for trust, and that will open up a door for someone to be patient with you. I think if more people talked about these things, and people stop making assumptions, and people stop feeling so entitled to know all of your business or everything about you, I think a lot of relationships and interactions with people would be a lot better. I think they would be a lot more pure and organic, because the world now, they feel entitled. Everybody is talking, they're sharing everything, they telling everything, things that they are not even supposed to be talking about, discussing, and telling. That is the era that we are in. That is the world that we live in, especially in these end times. God is not behind it. Satan is behind it, and entitled, arrogant people. And so what I'm saying before I end this message is, let it be organic. Let your connections and interactions and relationships with people be organic. You will feel better as a woman. You will feel better as a man when you allow these interactions to happen organically. Because if you keep trying to force someone to tell you more about themselves, or you are getting frustrated because they are not telling you certain things, you will be stressed out and you will walk away frustrated, versus you just being cool, calm, patient, and letting things happen naturally and organically. That's the video message. Well, guys, it's time for me to go because I have some other things to do. The Lord willing, I will be back with another video message. If any one of you have taken offense to anything I spoke about in this video message, it's okay. It's all right. I'm not worried about it. I am not concerned, because I know you will forgive me in the morning.